Hello everybody, it is Sparks Comics here, and it is time to talk about this week's Final Order Cutoff books for the indie comics, and it is huge this week. But we're going to start with some number ones that you should be looking out for. And so first up, we're going to go with Boom Studios. We got Damn Them All, number 1 of 6 from Simon Superior and Charlie Adlard. The description is what catches my attention. In this new dark supernatural thriller for fans of We Have Demons and Something is Killing the Children, meet Ellie, Bloody L, Hawthorne, a cultist for hire. Following the death of Ellie's uncle, an infamous magician and occult detective, the 72 devils of the Ars Goetia are mysteriously freed from the infernal realm. It's now up to Ellie to track down each of these exiled demons and damn them right back to hell by any means necessary. Holy water, conjuration, or just her trusty, rusty claw hammer. Legendary The Walking Dead artist Charlie Adlard teams up with step-by-step scribe Simon Superior to introduce you to your favorite new occult anti-hero since John Constantine. Lots of references to other comics there, and I think that means look out for this one. For me, that those references are good references, and if it does hold up to that type of description, then this is going to be another hit coming from Boom Studios. Moving on, we got another from Boom. This is a number 1, but is return to a Boom series, and that is Eve, Children of the Moon, number 1 of 5. Long-awaited return, best-selling sci-fi adventures finally here. Victor Lavelle writing, Joe Migyong on art, Ario Anandito doing the cover A. Eve seemingly saved the world once already, embarking on a perilous quest to protect what remained of humanity after a deadly virus outbreak. But the story doesn't end there. Eve, Eve's sister, and Wexler face new challenges in a darkness from the past in this exciting sequel series from award-winning author and lauded professor Victor Lavelle, and returning Eve artist Joe Migyong. Perfect for the fans of Little Monsters and What's the Furthest Place from Here. Eve, Children of the Moon, continues to ask what kind of world are we leaving for our children. Loved the first volume, so I'm excited to see Eve come back. Fantastic series. Next up, from Source Point Press, from friend of the channel Jonathan Hedrick and artist Deborah Lancient. I'm not going to try to butcher that, but an incredible artist from Italy, who also is Jonathan's artist on Quicksand, Hyper Aware. It is a one-shot. After 3 astronauts are stranded in deep space, they learn that only 2 of them will be able to enter hypersleep for their long return home. One of the crew members makes the difficult decision to remain awake and live the rest of their life alone, with only the spacecraft's onboard AI for company. But when the other 2 astronauts wake up, they discover something horrible has happened while they were unconscious. I'm excited for this. Jonathan writes some incredible stories. This is one of the ones that hasn't gone to Kickstarter, but is just going straight out there to the market. So that's really cool and exciting, and I'm here for it. Next up, from Vault Comics, Nightfall Double Feature number 1. We got stories in here from David Andrew, Tim Daniel, Daniel Cross, and then art from Chris Sheehan and Man House, doing this awesome cover here. 64-page double feature. Grab your popcorn and clamber into your sleeping bag for 2 tales of terror from the creative teams of The Autumnal, The Plot, and Resonant. The Cemeterians, after human bones being grown inside inanimate objects all across the globe. A renegade scientist and brilliant theologian delve into the cemeteries where the bones originated, discovering an otherworldly force tired of being buried in darkness. And Denizen, a family's cross-country road trip goes off the map and into the unforgivable wilds of Joshua Tree National Park when mom and wife-to-be Helene succumbs to a malevolent force tucked inside an abandoned camping trailer. And one more number 1 this week from Source Point Press, Postmasters. This one from Garrett Gunn and Christina Blanche, the awesome team that brought us Good Boy. Ruben Mocho on the art. In a post-pandemic America, one of the only things still remotely functioning is the mail. But with mass casualties to their ranks, the Postal Service has been forced to adapt to a consistently more aggressive set of routes with less and less carriers to service them. One of the last remaining postmasters, 32, sets out to deliver a one-of-a-kind letter that's mysteriously appeared at the Western States Distribution Center. Rugged terrain, highway robbers, and the wicked all stand between 32 and his destination. But he knows the motto: neither rain nor sleet nor dark of night will stay the swift and timely completion of his assigned route. Whew, that sounds awesome. I'm here for it. I missed the Kickstarter on it, but I am definitely here to pick it up from SourcePoint Press. Next up, I'm going to go through the rest of these pretty quickly. There's a lot of them, so I'm just going to rattle some off that I think you should be looking out for, and maybe throw in a little commentary here and there for them. So, first up, from Image Comics, we got the Bone Orchard Mythos 10,000 Black Feathers #2 from Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino, and Dave Stewart. I have not gotten to read issue 1 of this yet, but it is on my pool. I am going to continue because I am so excited about the Bone Orchard Mythos in general. So, yeah, I think this is one horror fans should be on the lookout for. Deadly Spokane, #3 of 5 from Erica Schultz, Carola Borelli, Gab Contreras. This has just been awesome series. I've talked about it before in the Kickstarter version that I have of it. Fantastic. I'm picking up the issues because I just want to show support for the series in a different way. But please read this. It is fantastic. Public Domain #5 from Chip Zdarsky. Fantastic. I've not read issue 4 yet, but it's Chip Zdarsky. He is putting together such a cool story here, and I'm excited to see what else happens in this series. And then we got Wind Thrown in the Sky, #3 of 5 from James Tynion IV and Michael D. Alinis. One of the couple that I read from this week. Wind is always going to be one of my favorites. It's fantastic. It's magical. It is just such a freaking amazing journey, and the emotions portrayed in the artwork is incredible, and I am so excited to keep reading this series. And so don't miss this one. If you haven't read it, go pick up the trade for Volume 1 and 2 and just have the best binge read of your life. Next up, going to the comics and graphic novels section, we got Barbaric Axe to Grind #3, finale of the second arc of the most bloodthirsty comic of all time, Barbaric. It's just such a fun comic. If you're into gratuitous violence and a talking axe, go check it out. And then, speaking of violence and fantasy and lots of more magical stuff going on, By the Horns, Dark Earth #6 is on FOC. Issue 5 is going to be hitting shops October 5th. Don't miss By the Horns, especially this second arc. It is just taking the world and expanding it, building it up bigger, showing us more and more that is just beautiful. The artwork from Jason Muir and Steve Cannon is fantastic, leveling up issue after issue. Marquison's writing on By the Horns is phenomenal. If you have not read it, this is one always at the top of my recommendation list, so please go check this out. Coming down, another one from Scout Comics, we got Locust, Ballad of Men from Massimo Rossi and Alex Nieto. This is the second part of Locust here, issue 3 of 4 for the second arc. Another one, just fantastic writer, Massimo Rossi, really just telling fantastic stories all the time. And then coming over to Never Ender #6 of 9 from Devin Kraft. I believe, I think Devin said that there's going to be a break after 6, and then we're going to have 7, 8, 9 after a little bit. So please check that out. It's a fantastic sci-fi story, a beautifully built world. We are seeing our AI start to progress and take a human body or android form. And the covers, the artwork are just incredible, so please don't miss that. Aftershock Comics, Samurai Doggy #3, Chris Tex and Santos. just I love Santos's art and the story that's being built, and the character development that we're seeing going on in this is just some of the best that I'm seeing right now in these like quick issue building of one single character. I am so invested in the fate of Samurai Doggy and him finding his family. And then last issue, I believe, of There's Something Wrong with Patrick Todd here, from Ed Brizin, Gavin Guidry from Aftershock Comics. Issue 4, just another incredibly told story, an interesting take on like a superpower and consequences of using that power. Tiger's Tongue number 4 here from Mad Cave Studios, just another really good case of world building. I've not read issue 3 yet. I believe that was just this last week. I'm behind on my comics, guys. This is me admitting it over and over and over again. But Tiger's Tongue, I'm really enjoying. Fantastic series from Mad Cave. And last but not least, we had him on the channel just the other day. The Vineyard issue number 3 from Brian Hawkins, Sammy Cavella. Just a fantastic series. Just if you're looking for horror, family drama, and wine, The Vineyard. That is your place to go. And I am just loving this world, that world of wine, and our look into Dionysus and the family's devotion to this Greek god of wine. So go check all these out. Also, hit up Worlds Away issue 2 is on pre-launch on Kickstarter, so it is fantastic. Damian Becton, writer, we've had on the channel before. Just got my comics and shirt in today, so shout out to Damian. Issue 2 coming to Kickstarter October 12th. We are going to do a launch night for that, October 12th, so be on the lookout for that. And as always, collect what you love. See you guys next time.